Hello friends, today I take up a new topic and the name of the topic is Food Security in India, Prospects and Challenges. My lesson plan includes why is it in the news, present scenario, definition of food security, vulnerable groups, reason of food insecurity, government efforts, challenges before India, solution, and finally conclusion. So now let us start the proceedings. Why is it in the news? Friends, as you know that on 13th April the government of India banned wheat export. And so it reversed its earlier decision. But because of the changing scenario, because of the low production of wheat, government banned wheat export. The ban was meant to control rising domestic prices. Retail inflation hit 7.79%, driven by rising food prices and fuel prices on account of Russian-Ukrainian war. The ban was prompted by a severe heat wave in most of the part of the country in March and April, thereby leading to the reduction of production in wheat. As a result of the ban of price of wheat in US and European market, the prices climbed up by 6%. Wheat prices have risen more than 60% this year because of the disruption in the supply of the wheat on account of the Russian-Ukrainian war. And friends, as you know that both Ukraine and Russia export 30% of the total exports of the world. And so on account of Russian-Ukrainian war that is going on for the last 2 months, prices of wheat shot up by 60% this year. The major producer of wheat are China, India, US, Canada, Russia, Ukraine, France. But friends, as you know that China consume whatever it produces, and similar is situation with India. Although India is the second largest wheat producing of the world, but in terms of export, it is in the 8th rank. The largest exporter of wheat is USA, followed by European Union, Australia, Canada, United States, Argentina, Ukraine. So government of India wanted to increase the quantum of wheat export, but on account of the shooting prices of food grains in domestic market, on account of the reduction in the production of wheat on account of heat waves in March and April in large part of our country, government was forced to ban wheat export on 13th April, and so it reversed its earlier decision. Now G7 countries very much criticize the steps taken by government of India and said that it would lead to a burgeoning crisis. The ban on wheat export was prompted by the cut in the production of wheat from 111.32 million tons to 105 million tons in March this year. Present scenario in our country. Indian states achieved self-sufficiency in food in 1980s. As you know that our country was very much in dire need of food grains since independence. On account of partition of India, most of the wheat producing areas went to Pakistan, and so hunger and starvation stared in the face of the large population of our country. India had to import wheat from USA under PL 480 treaty. But after the introduction of Green Revolution in 1967-68, India became exporter of food grain instead of importer. And so this is the biggest achievement of the government of India since independence. But in spite of the agricultural growth, hunger and starvation still persist among poor section of population. Why? Because friends, as you know that in spite of our efforts, still 23% of our population are under or below poverty line, and so they have no means to purchase food grains. They have no access, and that's why hunger and starvation still persist among the people, or 23% of the people who are below poverty line. 14% of population is undernourished. That means 18.34 crore people. Again, 15.4% of women in reproductive age between 15 to 49 years of age are anemic. 36.6% children under 5 are stunted. 19.6% of children under 5 suffer from wasting. That means their weight is too low for their height. India is ranked 94th out of 107 countries in the latest Global Hunger Index, and it is ranked below Pakistan, Bangladesh, Nepal, Sri Lanka. So this is a major issue. Food security is a major issue for all of us. Now I switch over to another point. What is the definition of food security? Food security means three things. There are three dimensions of food security. One is availability, second is accessibility, and third is affordability. Availability means that country has enough means to produce sufficient food grains for their population. It has enough buffer stock. It has enough means to import food grain from foreign countries, so that it can meet the challenges on the front of availability of food grain to all. Affordability means a person should have sufficient money to buy balanced food for himself. Accessibility means every person can have food. So these are the three dimensions of food security. Now, what are the vulnerable groups that are hard hit by the food insecurity? And these groups are, in our country, they are landless labor, traditional artisans, daily wage earners, seasonal workers, self-employed workers like rickshaw puller, hawkers, SC, ST and OBCs, urban poor living in slum areas. Regions of food insecurities. Friends, as you know that our country is suffering from regional imbalances. Whereas some states have advanced economy, others are lagging behind. The southern states are far ahead of the northern states in India. And so we find that Odisha, Bihar, Eastern UP, West Bengal, Jharkhand, Chhattisgarh, Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra, these are the states that have more incidences of food insecurity. Similarly, there are certain districts in our country like Kalahandi and Kasipur, Odisha, Baran district in Rajasthan, Palamu district of Jharkhand. These districts are having permanent food insecurity and famine-like condition because of the poor quality of agricultural land, hilly terrains, unavailability of irrigated land. People are very much dependent upon rains for the production of food grains. So these states are in the perpetual condition of famine-like situation or are suffering from food insecurity. What are the government efforts? Friends, as you know that since independence, government has made strenuous efforts on the front of food security. Government started Green Revolution in 1967-68 by introducing high-yielding varieties of seeds, mechanized farming, fertilizers, pesticides, insecticides, irrigation facilities in Punjab, Haryana and Western UP. And so we see that the production of wheat multiplied by 10 times. Similarly, the production of rice multiplied by 3 times. But the benefit of Green Revolution did not witness in the field of oilseed and pulses. Although production of pulses and oilseed increased, but it was not so much prominent as we have seen in China. Because of the Green Revolution, India became exporter of food grains instead of importer of food grains. And this is the biggest achievement of our country since independence. Minimum support prices by the government of India before the harvesting season of every year, public distribution system throughout country, integrated child development, covers all children under 6, pregnant and lactating mothers, food for work, midday meal schemes in all primary and middle schools, whereas midday meals are provided to students up to class 8. Food subsidy program like the targeted public distribution system, whereby now wheat cost 2 rupees per kg and rice cost 3 rupees per kg. Annapurna Yojana, 10 kg free food grains for destitute poor. Manrega, in which 100 days of employment at minimum wages is provided to ensure food security. Government implemented the Food Security Act in 2013 in order to provide food security to each and everybody. And by this act, the government has been mandated to provide food grains to all. One nation, one ration card was implemented in 2020-21, and by this card, anybody can get ration anywhere in India. Karnataka launched Indira Canteen to provide lunch and dinner to people at concessional rate. Similarly, Tamil Nadu started Amma canteen at affordable prices. Chhattisgarh passed Food Security Act in 2012 to ensure access to adequate quantity of food to all. So these are the important government efforts to fight out food insecurity throughout the length and width of our country. Challenges before India. As we know that 47% of our population are living in villages. So half of the people are still dependent upon agriculture. But the contribution of agriculture in GDP has been decreasing with the passage of time. Now its contribution is around 14 to 15% to GDP. In China, the contribution of agriculture in GDP is around 9%. So the income of farmers will have to be doubled to tackle the food security in rural areas. Because of the poverty, thousands of families and especially children have no access of the availability of foods. While the Green Revolution increased the production of wheat by 10 times, the production of rice reached by 3 times. The productivity of rice shall have to be increased by introducing Green Revolution technology in Eastern India, like Bihar, West Bengal, Brahmaputra plain. This chart will show you that how the production of food grains increased with the passage of time in our country, with the efforts of government and with the efforts of our peasants. In 1960-61, the production of food grain was 80 million tons. Now in 2019-20, the production reached to 297 million tons. So this is a stupendous achievement. Leakage in public distribution system, midday meal scheme will have to be minimized or stopped by effective supervision. Use of environment-friendly technology like biogas or natural gas will have to be harnessed for increasing productivity of food grains. Friends, as you know that the Green Revolution technology did not produce better results in the area of pulses and oil seeds. We have not been able to develop new strains of pulses and oil seeds like China. China increased the production of pulses and oil seed by 5 times since 1980. So we will have to work further on the front of the production of oil seed and pulses. Solution: enhancing food production is must if food grain is supplied to all. There is urgent need of increasing around 30 million tons of food grains in our country. So there is a food deficit of around 30 million tons, and this deficit can be compensated by introduction of Green Revolution in the coastal regions of Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, Orissa and Eastern India like West Bengal, Bihar and Brahmaputra plain. These areas are very much suitable for rice production because of the availability of water in sufficient quantity. Again, strengthening supply chain, managing issues like storage, transportation, proper retailing, and integrating the segmented agri market into a national agri market is essential to augment food management in our country. Friends, as you know that 1/4 of our food grains are wasted on account of the lack of storage facilities. So we will have to work hard on this front to make a storage facility available to peasants, to make warehouses in different parts of the country. Conclusion: food security of a nation is to ensure that all its citizens have enough nutritious food available and there is no barrier to access to food. Secondly, economically backward states have high incidences of poverty, tribal living in remote areas, and regions more prone to natural disasters are more affected by food insecurity. So we will have to tackle the food shortages in those vulnerable areas so that there should not be food insecurity among people living in those areas. Friends, if you like my channel, please share and subscribe AJIS Academy Indore. This is a free channel. Thank you very much.